welcome back to my channel. I'm excited. Today's video is a Christmas decor video. This is my first time decorating for Christmas since I've been an adult, and I'm 30 years old, so it is what it is. I'm not that much of a Christmas person, but I put this hat on hoping that I could get in my Christmas vibes. Like, people listen to like Christmas music and watch Christmas movies, and I just wear a cute neutral winter hat. So I'm excited. This week is our second wedding anniversary, so shout out to Hubby. Happy anniversary. I love you. And I actually pulled out some of our old wedding decor for this video, so that's kind of fun. Anyway, I love you guys. Enjoy this video, and I will see you at the end.
So I hopped on Pinterest really quick and created a mood board before I headed out to go shopping. So I'm thinking these would be really cool. They're 50% off as the bottom of the tree basket. And it's $11.99, which is not that bad. And it's 50% off $11.99, so $6. These are so cute. So they're $3.50. Super cute. Into like these like flat ornaments. I think they're super cute. And then I found this raffia right here. I think there's a few projects that I want to do with this as well. Got these bells, some pine cones, and then some air dry clay. This whole thing was $6.99, which I have a lot of things I actually was wanting to try with that too. Crafting wire is 50% off. And then a pack of wooden dowels for $3. And I stopped at the dollar store just to grab a glass vase for one of my projects. We're getting our first tree. See those little baby trees? That's what we're getting.
Wait, no we're not. No we're not. We're not getting a baby tree. We're getting a man tree.
A what?
A man tree. A tree that a lumberjack cut down. That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
We're not getting an elf tree. Or a dwarf tree.
An elf.
We're getting a
elf
lumberjack tree.
I think we found one we like, kinda. We're not in love with it, but he really wants a real tree, so we're not going with a fake tree. And we gotta get a potted one so it doesn't die before Thanksgiving. Is it good? Look at that beauty. Okay, so this corner is looking a little cluttered right now, but we're gonna move all these plants and give them a new home, hopefully, and then bring our tree to be right here, possibly stack it on top of something.
So I got this idea from something I saw on EXO McKenna's Instagram. she was shopping and saw these dried florals. So it looked really simple, just dried florals inside of a glass ornament. So I just picked some up, and you guys know I've been really into dried florals lately, so I have a ton of them on hand. So I just popped them into these glass ornaments. So this one was another simple one. I just used some wire, and then I created kind of a loop at the top just to make it look cute. And then I took my raffia and I just did a lark's head knot all the way around with different pieces of raffia, and then cut them in whatever shape I wanted. I did a couple different shapes, but yeah, it was really simple. And for this one, I did it on a gold ring, and then I just added wooden beads to the top. So for this one, I used an old dream catcher that I had. It had major like feathers on it. So I just wanted to make it simple, so I just removed the feathers and switched it for this string. So this wooden bead one is super simple as well. I just tied a knot and then twisted the raffia to make it thin enough to go through the beads, and then tied another knot at the end and cut it down to size. You could also do this with wire. I did a couple that way. I had so much fun making these ones. These ones are the clay ornaments. They're so fun and so cute. I wasn't the best at forming the clay, but it was fun to try. So I just made different shapes that I thought would go well together, and then made sure to poke holes in each one for where they would get connected, and then also where they will hang from. So it did end up taking 2 days to dry, and the pieces are very delicate, so you have to be very careful. But it was really easy to assemble them and put them together. I just used the craft wire and just kind of twisted it and connected it using the holes that were already punched out. And then I made like different patterns connecting them together. You kind of have to lay them out and plan that ahead of time just so you know which ones are going to be going together. But they came out so cute. They're some of my favorites. I did make a couple macrame ornaments. I will link the video for you guys in the description box of where I learned how to make them. So for the wooden bead garland, I actually grabbed a piece of wire and wrapped it around the top of the string to make it easier to feed through the beads because the hole was pretty small. And then I pretty much just decided on a pattern and followed that all the way throughout. These are so fun because I know after Christmas I'll still be able to use the beads to make other things like just wood bead garland that I would use to decorate my house on a regular day.
So for this craft, I'm gonna make like a really simple wreath with metal bells. The only thing I had to buy for this was the bells because I'm gonna reuse this hoop from one of my wedding decorations, and I'm just gonna take all this junk off and then just use twine and some greenery from the tree, which it may not live long enough to last through Christmas, but I can also replace it with some of the fake greenery that I have like this later on. I just wanted to try it with the real stuff first just because I really like how pretty it looks and it's just so cute. So I'm done. Our hoop is ready. I'm just going to attach these somehow on here with some wire like that. Oh, that's so cute. And then add some bells hanging down with twine. That's pretty much the whole thing.
So I also made this larger wreath, which I'll probably be using on the front door. So we stopped at Trader Joe's and grabbed some grapefruits and oranges for this project. This was definitely a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. I definitely overcooked them the first time, which I hear is very common. Every oven is different, so I can share with you what I found to work for my oven, but it may or may not work for you. So I ended up doing this one that burned at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and I only flipped them once in the 2 to 3 hours that they were in there. But what I found worked better was pulling them out every 15 to 20 minutes and baking them at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours.
So here's the ones that I just made. They're looking good. I hope this is cooked enough. They feel pretty dry. I didn't want them to be burnt like these, but I think I am going to use some of them because I like the contrast in color. And then also some greenery, and then just twine. One of these little needles that I had, I don't even know what it was from, and then some twigs that I pulled from outside. So yeah, that's what we got.
Shout out to the K Wendy home for the inspo.
So here's my shed full of junk from my wedding like 2 years ago. I have Christmas lights down there that we used at our wedding, and then some kind of greenery that we used from our wedding in there. So I'm gonna dig it out, see what I could use as Christmas decor instead of wedding decor, so I don't have to buy anything else. So here's kind of the idea of what I want to do to create a ladder. I'm just going to use these scrap pieces of wood, measure them evenly, and then cut them to the width that I want them to be. And that's pretty much it. I definitely could have spent more time on this and made it a little bit more precise and perfect, but I honestly just wanted to do it really fast. So it's not perfect, but it works for what I need it for, so yeah. We made these little feathers, macrame feathers, for each of our stockings. So he has a brown one and I get the white one. So I wrapped this stick with these Christmas lights. I will link them in the description box. They're the same ones that I tried to put on the tree. And then I'm gonna add these like pieces of greenery, just kind of with some wire. And then I'm gonna hang bulbs from it.
So I actually got this inspo from one of you guys. Lilith reached out to me on Instagram and she shared with me her Christmas Pinterest board, and I found this idea from her. So thank you, Lilith. I already told her I was going to do this. So yes, and I'll share the picture here. So I want to change these up, not too much, but just bring a little bit more Christmas vibes up here. So I grabbed the jars that we had gotten from Hobby Lobby, and I filled one with the oranges and then one with some pine cones. I did rewash the orange jar because it was a little bit icky and I wanted it to be really clear. And then I made a little arrangement of the bunny ears from Trader Joe's that I already had. And then I made a couple more arrangements using some of the extra dried florals that I had from our Tahoe trip. And I made a couple more like little bouquets to put around the room. And I like to use these old kombucha bottles just because the amber glass is really pretty.
I feel like this needs some green, so I'm gonna try to add some of this moss that I had from our wedding and see if that helps. This adds a little something. More color over here. So I think that this kind of balances it out and gives it the color that we need. Gosh, you guys, I just made this one and I'm obsessed. I added the little pompous into it and it's so beautiful. Sorry, the gardener's here. Oh my gosh, it's so luxurious and intense. Gold next to it. I do want some natural element up here, but I think the wood and the wood beads and the shelf is enough. So let's stick with the brass. OMG. Yes, yes.
And then I still had some greenery left over, so I wanted to make something to hang over our back door, our kitchen door, so that it wasn't like completely barren in the kitchen when you look in that direction.
I'm just gonna use a couple pieces of twine and tie it to the pole and then just hang it on a nail over the door.
I had to readjust it a few times because I needed to make sure that the greenery wasn't like hanging into the doorway to get caught in the door when we open it.
watching. I appreciate you so, so much. I love the way this room turned out, the Christmas decor, the vibes. I'm just loving it, which is unusual for me because I just am not that much of a Christmas person. But I did my own take and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Anyway, if you guys want to leave us a little anniversary note in the comments, we'll read them together and that would be really fun. Love you guys. Keep spreading the love and the light as always, and I will catch you on the next one.